Consumer interest in organic and low pesticide produce has grown steadily over the past decade, and this trend reflects more than a passing preference or marketing cycle. It signals a broader shift in how people think about food, health, and long-term well-being. Market data from multiple regions consistently show rising demand for organic fruits and vegetables, alongside increased consumer awareness of pesticide exposure and its potential implications. Viewed positively, this movement represents a more informed and engaged public rather than a fearful one. One of the clearest signals comes from sustained sales growth. Even during periods of economic uncertainty, organic produce has continued to expand its share of the overall food market. Fruits and vegetables account for the largest portion of organic sales, suggesting that consumers are prioritizing everyday staples rather than niche or luxury items. This pattern indicates that organic purchasing is becoming normalized, integrated into regular shopping habits instead of being reserved for special occasions. The consistency of this growth also suggests that once consumers adopt organic or low pesticide options, they tend to stick with them over time. Rising consumer awareness plays a major role in this shift. Surveys show that shoppers are increasingly knowledgeable about pesticide residues, food labels, and farming practices. Many consumers can now distinguish between terms like organic, integrated pest management, and unregulated claims such as pesticide-free. This growing literacy reflects years of public discussion, media coverage, and transparency from testing programs. Rather than reacting to fear-based headlines, many shoppers are using information to make nuanced choices, such as buying organic selectively or rotating produce types to reduce cumulative exposure. Another positive trend is the demographic breadth of organic consumption. While early adopters were often higher-income households, recent data show increased uptake across income levels, age groups, and geographic regions. Younger consumers, in particular, tend to prioritize food values such as sustainability, transparency, and long-term health. Families with children also show strong interest in low-pesticide options, reflecting heightened awareness of developmental vulnerability. This diversification of the organic consumer base helps stabilize demand and encourages broader investment in safer agricultural practices. Retail and supply chain responses further reinforce this momentum. As demand has increased, organic and low-pesticide produce has become more widely available, including in mainstream supermarkets and discount retailers. Improved distribution has helped reduce price gaps, making these products more accessible. At the same time, retailers are expanding labeling, sourcing information, and in-store education, which supports informed decision-making rather than impulse buying. These changes suggest that the market is adapting to consumer priorities rather than simply promoting premium branding. The growth of low-pesticide options beyond formal organic certification is another encouraging development. Integrated pest management programs, residue-tested produce lines, and transparency-focused brands reflect consumer demand for risk reduction even when full organic conversion is not feasible. This creates a spectrum of choices rather than a binary decision, allowing more people to participate in exposure reduction according to their circumstances. From a public health perspective, incremental improvements across a large population can be more impactful than perfect adherence by a small group. Importantly, increased demand for organic and low-pesticide produce feeds back into agricultural practices. Farmers respond to market signals, and sustained consumer interest supports investment in soil health, biological pest control, and reduced chemical reliance. Over time, this demand-driven change can shift entire production systems towards safer and more sustainable methods. In this way, individual purchasing decisions contribute to collective outcomes that extend beyond personal health. The most positive interpretation of current consumer trends is that they reflect empowerment rather than anxiety. People are not abandoning fruits and vegetables, they are seeking better versions of them. They are asking questions, reading labels, and valuing long-term health over short-term convenience. This mindset encourages higher produce consumption overall, which remains one of the strongest predictors of positive health outcomes. Looking ahead, the continued growth of organic and low-pesticide produce suggests a durable transformation in food culture. As awareness deepens and access improves, these choices are likely to become less about niche preferences and more about baseline expectations. In that sense, consumer trends are not just responding to concerns about pesticides, but actively shaping a food system that prioritizes transparency, resilience, and health for the long term.